Why are they dueling? They're dueling to the death because of some like loot drama or something. And it's happening on Monday, and I'm going to be casting it. This is Sardaco's VOD against Bobka. Okay, cool. Let's watch this. He starts the duel. Bobka goes stealth. I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. Bobka goes stealth. Battles. He's in Zerk stance, so he can enrage if he gets gouged. Bobka's 9-5ing. That's pretty annoying. He keeps the combat with the piercing howl. Still 9-5ing. Keeps the combat again. Zerk stance, he goes for the charge. He just runs in. Gets full kidneyed in Zerk. Kind of sucks. It's close. He gets a hamstring. That's nice. He's trying to get the intercept. Nice. So he uses the potion to get rid of the poison to get the intercept off. That's good. Iron Nade from Bob. It's a close duel. There's battle shout not up the whole duel, but I don't think he has enough rage for it. He has the overpower. The execute. The gouge. So in this duel, Sardaco took him out.
Oh, is that for the boy? Yo.
Oh. That's good, Sard. Bro, if Sardaco can take out Bobka, he'll take out Yamato. I don't know if he's winning every duel, because I've seen him lose too, but this is good news. Very good news. If Sardaco can take out Bobka, Yamato has no chance. That's the power of the poison cleanse. Just for a little context, in every duel tournament that we've held, we generally ban poison cleanse. Not everyone. I guess the Makarov from last year, I think it was allowed. I think. I'm gonna have to actually double check the rule book. I know in the CDL it was banned. It's incredibly overpowered. There's no cooldown. You can spam it infinitely, and it takes off poisons. So it's incredibly overpowered. So it's usually banned in tournaments. But this isn't a tournament. This is a show match, and I mean it's really basically a Makara. It's not really. It's like an unofficial Makara. So it's like Ziqo had it macroed to every ability. Right? Yeah. You just spam it. Just get thousands. Soda already said he wants it banned. If you ban the poison cleanse, the duels get a lot more interesting. Soda said CDL rules. If it's CDL rules, there's a lot of nuance there. If it's CDL rules, there's a lot different. I'm giving him charges on purpose, chat. Oh, Bobka, what's good? Wait, so you're telling me this wasn't a legit Sardaco win here? You were kind of helping him learn here a little bit. Making rules to make it fair is boring. Would you guys press 1 in the chat if you want to duel with absolutely 0 rules? Press 2 in the chat if you think some rules will help the duel be a better viewing experience. Raka says 2. Like, okay, so let me give you an example of one rule that would be nice. That already is a rule. You can't sit in stealth for 10 minutes waiting for your cooldowns. For a viewer experience, if the rogue can sit in stealth, you know how every duel would be? The duel would start, the rogue would wait for vanish and prep and evasion. So the duel starts and you sit in stealth for 10 minutes. Great content. For me personally, you can't have no rules. Then also give a rule that gives a disadvantage only to the rogue. There needs to be rules for both if that's the case. Just to be clear, if you ban poison, that would be a disadvantage to the warrior, not the rogue. Like the rogue wants no poison, just to be clear. They took out Alarmabot. Yeah, I believe Alarmabot was also banned in the CDL. Guys, like, I hate to say it, but okay, from my experience, classic duels are actually better with rules from a viewer experience, but it gets kind of sweaty and annoying when you have too many rules, because it's like, what is this? What are we even watching then? The Makarot tourney last year was cool because there was no rules at all, because it was a Makarot. It's like, do anything you want. But even in the Makarot, we had to have some rules because for the viewer experience, like you couldn't sit in stealth for 30 minutes because like it's at the end of the day, it's content. So you can't just have someone just AFK for half an hour, right? So like even when there's no rules, there has to be some rules. And that's kind of how the Makarot tourney was. Like there's basically no such thing as no rules at all, because you know what no rules is? In a Makarot, you put on guys. So I've hosted like 3 Makarot tourneys or something, and in one of our Makarot tourneys, we did no rules at all. You know what someone did? You know what someone did? They used Gnomish mind control cap. They mind controlled them to be part of the alliance. And then they hired Horde players to come in and kill them mid-Makara. Yes. And it was like, well, you said no rules. Yes, it was C-Dank. It was C-Dank. So it's like that's why you need some rules. It's like, okay, what? You're going to have someone else kill him in your duel? Like, that's why you need some rules. Is there a clip for that? It was in our tournament last year. It's probably on YouTube. Yeah, somewhere. Anyway, that's why you need some rules, especially also with rogues. Like, if you have no rules for sitting in stealth, okay, guys, the rogue is going to sit in stealth for the next 10 minutes to wait for prep. So we're all just going to hang out for 10 minutes and watch nothing. Like, you need some rules. They are about to ban poison cleansing now. I personally think the duel would be a better viewing experience with poison cleansing banned. I think it is really, really, really OP. And almost every dueling tournament ever has had this item banned. If you're not normally in the classic WoW community, you might be like, this is cringe, this is weird, stop banning stuff. But this is very standard, very normal for a duel. The item is not balanced at all, right? So I don't know. I think it'd be a better duel with it banned, personally. Yeah. Who cares about the viewer experience? You're a viewer. You're a viewer saying who cares about... What are you talking about? We definitely care about the viewer experience here. This is like mainly the thing that matters. We want it to be a fun, exciting event. What are we talking about? Oh my goodness. What are the potions even called? Okay. This is the item. Elixir of Poison Resistance. Imbiter is cured up to 4 poisons. 3-second cooldown. So what people do is they literally keybind it into every ability, and you use it every time it's up. It doesn't share a cooldown with potion. Doesn't share a cooldown with anything. It's an elixir. So elixirs don't have a cooldown. You literally just drink it every time. Every 3 seconds you drink it, and you're cured of all your poisons. Every 3 seconds. This is normally banned in like every duel tournament, because a rogue with an elixir of poison resistance, I think we actually even banned it in our Makara tourney. Let me see if I can find this. The rule. Okay, so it was not banned in the Makara last year. We only banned, I helped write these rules. We only banned the Gnomish mind control cap because PvP interference. And then we banned Flask of Petri because the viewer experience would suck if someone drank a Petri and drank another one and another one. It's like, come on. Okay, so that actually was not banned last year in the Makara tourney. So if we want to go by the Makara rules from the tourney last year, then yeah, it wasn't banned. If you want to show your chat the difference between a warrior with no rules and a warrior with no buffs, there's a duel versus Sony on the same character 2 days ago. Oh, great. Yeah, perfect. So this is Bobka versus Sony. Hold on. When is this? Was this before the tournament? Oh, this was 2 days ago. Okay, so this is on their... Wait. Oh, this must be on Era. This must be on Era or something. Okay, so it's Cheap Shot, Kidney, with Crippling, and there's no poison, I guess. Thorium Nade. Sony misses. Bobka sprints, vanishes out. This is a best of 1, and you have cooldowns. Looks like you have Vanish Prep. Zap comes out. Zerk Rage doesn't get him.
Prime button.
Eases all the rage. He stays out. First aid. Bobka reopens, and then it's a cheap shot into a bunch of damage. Into a kidney shot. There's Zerk stance. Into a blind. I mean, so the difference... Oh, Gnomish Death Ray into Abyss, yeah. I mean, bro, the best of 1 is so rogue favored. It's so rogue favored. That's why I think in a best of 1, you have to allow elixirs. But a best of 9, you don't have the blind, you won't have the vanish. So it's like, yeah. Let's see what Soda...
And then you go into these tournaments, the same 100 people are there. And then you like climb to rank 1, it's the same 100 people. So why would I listen to anyone about WoW PvP aside from these 100 people? Where are y'all? Where are any of you? In any form of high-rated PvP. I guess Classic's not really high-rated, but tournaments.
I feel like, should I call Soda and talk to him about the rules for a second? I don't know. Yo, it's good, bro.
Okay, so I'm having an argument with Twitch chat. I said in every dueling fucking tournament, I see the same 100 fucking people.
I just tuned in every time you saying that. I was laughing so hard.
But it's the truth.
Yeah.
Where are any of you?
Yeah, no,
at any point?
You're saying you're 100% right. Yeah, I'm just too nice to say that, but you're 100% right. Yeah.
So what's your opinion?
Okay.
Do you want me to give you the rundown or do you know?
I'm pretty... You're talking about the poison resistance elixir,
Poison
right?
elixir.
Poison elixir,
yes.
Yeah. I looked at the OTK Starforge Makara from last year. In that rule, it was allowed to use the elixir. Now, it was a best of 1. Which means the rogue has vanish, prep, evasion, blind, everything twice. And in a best of 1, if you ban the elixir, the warrior would never, ever, ever, ever stand a chance, not even close. So if it was a best of 1, I would say allow the elixir. Since it is not a best of 1, it's a best of 9, first of 5 wins. The rogue, the rogue only has cooldowns for like that first duel. So I think it makes more sense to, if you want a good viewing experience for the chat, get closer hyper duels to make it like more of a fair duel. I think it would make more sense to ban it so that you have a better viewing experience. So
now counterpoint.
Sure.
To play devil's advocate, because I'm on the same page as you.
Okay.
But devil's advocate. This is overall Yamato's punishment. Right?
Dude,
he
chat is
supposed to be being
spamming hurry the F up emote over and over as I'm talking.
I mean, dude, I don't give a fuck what they're stupid as shit. I hate them. I'm on a flight path. Yap as long as you want. I've got nothing happening. Okay, devil's advocate. Yamato's the one being punished. All right, so I don't know if we make the duels where it's a good show. I think so, but there is the argument that we do not. And the other side point is something that I fucking forgot. What was it?
Dude, you made Ren with 6 seconds left. That's insane. Ren is... Oh, did you time that? You just landed at the flight path and Ren is going to drop in 6 seconds? Oh, no, you're
it's
booty bait.
booty bait.
I'm tripping.
There was something else, but it's Yamato's pun. Oh, yeah. The other argument. We're like 2 days in to prep and practice. Sardaco, the one who's not being punished, who's just kind of going in for content, has been practicing with all of the poison elixirs. Do we change it this far in? Regardless.
I mean, we could also talk to Sard and see how he feels. I think if the elixirs are allowed, Sardaco is going to clean house because...
Yeah, the elixir, there's no point in tuning in.
I mean, everyone's still going to want to watch, but yeah, it's going to be pretty one-sided because he's going to spam the elixirs. The rogue will probably win 1 duel, maybe 2 even, with maybe the first duel with double blind. Yamato will probably win, and then like duel 3 or 4, he could probably win after 10-minute cooldown waiting, and then I don't know.
Bobka said allow 2 poison elixir cleanses per duel.
Oh, limited. Oh, that's not a bad idea. How would we like could he have 2 in his bags and then they're traded 2 more each time? Like, I'm trying to think how to limit it to where you accidentally don't just slam it.
Just give him his bullshit. Like, we'll have a referee.
Give him 2 each
he's
duel.
given his items per duel.
I actually don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Because then it's like...
then he won't be able to macro it.
You can't just spam drink them over and over and over, but it's still strategic if you want to get a charge or 2. I don't mind that.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Sardaco is so fucking awful, he won't be able to utilize it at all. He's macroing it to all of his abilities. Maybe he can, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, allowing it infinitely, he macroed it to every spell.
I do think Sardaco's opinion matters a little here, because like to your counterpoint, Sardaco's the one that volunteered himself. Sardaco's not the one being punished here. So I think... Yeah,
and we're changing the rules to make it more fair. Changing the rules
on him to make it more fair. And he's like, yo, bro, like I'm taking the punishment here. Yeah, I think Sardaco's opinion does matter. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Is Sardaco on? Like, he's going to wake up to a fucking nightmare, potentially.
Yeah, he's offline, so...
Yeah, all right. I appreciate that. I mean, pretty much everyone who actually PvPs in the game has basically had the same opinion as you. Every single fucking one.
I had the same conversation with my chat. Like, if you've played the game long enough, like all these duel tournaments, they have like the same rules. Why? Because it's just more fair and it's a better viewing experience, right? The Makara tourney was the one exception where we just did no rules. And it was because it was a best of 1. And it was like, you can't put a rule in a Makara. I think if it was a best of 1, we would not be having this conversation. It's like anything goes, bro. Good luck. You know?
Yeah, no, I agree. But it's not a Makara. It is a best of 9. Fucking 9 of all numbers. So, Sardaco's calling me.
Oh, perfect.
Here, I'll add him to this call.
Yo, good morning.
Good morning, Sardaco. How are you feeling?
Good, bro. Stressed, man. I can't sleep because I'm just thinking about combos in my head. I'm so bad. Bobka's owning me every duel.
Dude, that's the PvP brain, man. You just think about it all day.
All I do is like in the shower before I lay down, I'm like thinking of, oh, if he pops evasion, I got to do this. You know, takes over your whole mind.
Now, Sardaco, I assume you've been listening.
I heard some people whisper me, tell me what's going on. Y'all thinking about banning the poisons?
Not banning. I think at most limiting 2 per duel. So the reason being, let me catch you up, is first Perp messaged me, Sony messaged me, then Mir messaged me, then Bobka messaged me. Basically a lot of, you know, veteran warrior versus rogue duelers, all telling me this is extremely one-sided if we just let you macro every single ability to a poison cleansing elixir. Yeah. To the point where it's basically just over. You're just going to run him down. There's not really a lot of counterplay in a best of 9. The counterpoints are, 1, you're not the one necessarily being punished. Yeah, you ninja'd, but this isn't your punishment at the end of the day. Because you returned it. This is Yamato's punishment, and you just volunteered, essentially. So changing the rules at this far in when you're the one not being punished seems unfair. However, we want a fair duel. We don't want to just be like, okay, great. Yamato's going to go in the arena. Sardaco's going to clean house with this elixir. It's already done. It's over. You might take 1 or 2 duels with CDs, but yeah. And the other issue is, well, that was it, actually. So we were going to run it by you and just kind of gauge how upset you are on a scale of 1 to fucked.
Yeah. I would have a lot more confidence if I was just like destroying Bobka with them, but I'm losing 90% of the duels with them. So I just don't have a lot of confidence right now in how I would play without them.
How are you, hold on. How are you spamming poison elixir cleansings versus Bobka?
Just like pressing the button. I don't have them macroed in yet.
No, I understand that, but are you on a different character with different gear? Are you Titan's Flask? Do you have Dire Maul buffs? Do you have everything?
Full consumes Titan's Flask, but I'm not using world buffs yet. And we only have 3 world buffs. We don't have 7.
You have Rend and Dire Maul. And Songflower.
And Songflower. I will on the day, yes. I'm not using those 3 yet. But, I mean, these duels aren't even close. Like, he's smoking me. So I feel like...
Keep in mind, Sard, that Bobka is one of the best classic rogue duelers, right? So
yeah, but I want to give some respect to Yamato, and everyone's telling me that he's been doing really well and he's learning really good. And it's just like, okay, what if Yamato just is like insane, you know? And I've been practicing with elixirs this whole time. Now, keep in mind, when we first agreed to this, I have no idea how this duel goes. Like legit no idea. When I agreed to this, people are telling me that when warriors get everything, that they have a chance to beat rogues. And then we start going into this thing, and they're like, okay, get this alarm bot, get the poison elixirs, get this, get that. I've been farming my ass off 12, 16 hours a day to get all this stuff.
Yeah, you have been.
Yeah.
And I've been not only building one character, Soda, I've built 2 characters with all, trying to build them out with all the same items so that I can practice, because we can't use the auction house on our server. And like legit, when I tell you I had my first rogue versus warrior duel the other day, that was my first one ever. So it's been tough to learn it, and I'm trying, but
I will say,
everyone, I agreed to this because I wanted it to be a fair duel. I knew that it was a punishment for Yamato, and if we throw in somebody like, you know, C-Dank or Sony in the arena with them, that it's not going to be good entertainment. So I volunteered myself because I knew it would be closer, but I did that knowing that I could trust in other people to coach me and teach me, so that I could push the needle slightly towards my advantage, and I would hope that I'd be able to use that advantage to win.
Could have said that in 10 words, but I understand and I agree with you. I respect that. So I think what we'll do, Sardaco, is we'll go down to what about 3 elixirs per? No, I think 2. Can it resist? Someone said it can resist.
He has a 40% chance to resist. I could spam 2 of those back to back and it wouldn't do anything.
I mean, keep in mind also, so I was watching Yamato duel Alonda, and he was getting rinsed on repeat. It was not even close. Actually,
when
Yamato
Alonda had
won
poison resist spam?
No, nothing. No world buffs. World buffs are in your favor. Increasing your health pool goes to your favor.
Okay. I mean, I haven't heard anybody tell me that Yamato's bad. I've had everyone tell me Yamato's doing good. He's crushing everybody. Like, you're going down.
I mean, I was watching him duel Alonda this morning and just get owned. But Alonda's really good. And they were also not using any consumes. And I'm not sure where they were just dueling, not really waiting on CDs, just sending whatever. But it's a best of 9. So
Okay.
that's kind of how it's going to be going.
I will do 2 per duel if he doesn't use vile poisons.
What are vile poisons?
It's the 40% chance to resist poison elixir.
Okay, so he has to drop that. So he has to drop the
chance for me to resist cleansing his poison. Is it a talent or something? I mean, I don't actually know. People are telling me this stuff.
It probably is. Let me see.
Sounds about right, but yeah, I don't know.
Vile poisons increase the damage dealt by your poisons by 4% and gives your poison additional 8%. So, how much damage does a rogue lose by losing vile? Well, they gain something else, obviously.
Well, he's going to gain something else. He's going to lose. You run double crippling as a rogue. You don't run anything else. So this is what PS Hero says, at least. And so he would actually just gain damage from that. The reason he's running talent is so that I won't resist poisons, which would just give him 5 points and something else.
He would gain improved poisons, probably, which increases the chance to apply the poisons. We're going to have to get either Sony or Mir or Perp or someone in a call to give us, like...
I agree with that, yeah.
Give us a rundown.
Because this is getting a little more complicated over my head with, like... I want the duel to be fair and exciting, but I don't want to get to the point where it's like, oh, well, let's trade this rule for that rule, and... Yeah.
Let's go in dungeon.
I would basically use an elixir to like maybe solidify an intercept to get away from
dungeon 6 and only thanks Discord.
I'll see you there. All right, we're gonna try to figure out this rule situation, guys. Like, I think there should be some level of moderation to make it a fair viewing experience for everyone, but yeah. Oh, Mir's in here. Cool.
What's up? Samir, I assume you were listening to the conversation. Give us your thoughts and how we should go about this.
I mean, this duel, first of all, is an excuse for content, right? Like, it's not really so much about the punishment.
Not really. It is more a content thing, and Sardaco just is biting the bullet here, but go on.
Yeah, so then we should try to make this as fair as possible. I think talking about changing talents, that's a bit pointless, no? Because at that point we could ask him to like change talents to it. We're not gonna get into that. I don't think. That's a bit. But since because you were like, because Sardaco has this experience of losing every single duel to Bobka, as he said, we're struggling very hard. But I think what you don't consider is that it's gonna be very, very different when you have every single buff in the game. You're gonna be much, much tankier. The reason you're losing these duels on repeat is because Bobka always has CDs for you. And those CDs that he's using are enough to close out the duel in time. But once you have every single buff in the game, you'll be a lot tankier. These buffs benefit you as a warrior much, much more than as a rogue. So for that reason, Yamato is gonna need to do several combos on you basically to be able to kill you. It's gonna take him several stuns. It's gonna take him a long time.
Okay.
And
is there a possibility?
The person talking is Mir, guys. He's one of the most, if not the most experienced classic rogue.
Thank you for all.
Why not change the talents though? When it comes to just messing with vile poison, increasing the chance to apply poisons, just for this duel? And then allowing the poison cleansing elixir. That actually seems like a fair trade. Am I crazy?
I mean, you're just making it.
If I only have 2 to use, I just want them to work when I need them. That's it. I don't want them to have a chance to resist.
We banned Alarmobot because Alarmobot is cringe. But then we also make it to where Yamato has to open within 30 seconds. Is 30 seconds good? What do you think on that?
I mean, if you can only use 2 per duel, then I would say it's fine to remove vile poisons. It would make sense.
I mean, I agree. I don't want to get into this fucking and that.
I want to suggest something here just to simplify everything. You call me out if this is stupid. Why do we not just make this into a Makara? Best of 1, anything's allowed, just like the tournament last year, and it was close as heck between Sony and Perp.
because we want to see the. Do you understand what's happening afterwards?
Yeah. The arena stuff, sure.
The arena is gonna be sick.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, but we're gonna see it play out. It's best of 9.
Yo.
Who is this?
It's PSU. What do you mean who?
Sorry, I'm fucking
What do you
exhausted
mean?
mentally at this point.
Hey, what's up?
I agree, Xaryu. Makgaras are great, but I think one Makgara, I feel like we can definitely make it more entertaining, a best of 9 into the arena. Overall, there's more entertainment dopamine points to farm there.
That's fair.
Like,
What is the consensus on poison elixir?
Okay, so Mir's explaining it. Basically, everyone who knows these duels, everyone, rogues and warriors have all agreed that with the current rule set, Sardaco should just fucking win. Sardaco is under the impression that he won't just win because he's losing to Bobka. Counterpoint, he's not dueling with full world buffs. He is dueling with Flask of the Titans and better gear, etc., but not world buffs. We're in a compromise right now where we allow 2 elixirs of poison resist. Sardaco is asking that 2 per duel.
That's not enough.
However, Sardaco is asking that we remove vile poisons and instead you get improved poisons. So basically the poison cleanse is guaranteed to remove the slow. However,
Okay, first it's still not guaranteed, and it's still not going to be enough though.
What do you mean not enough?
I mean,
In
I
whose
think
favor?
even with
Not enough for
spam
who?
cleansing, let's say the Magora tournament, when you had 2 people of equal skill, in the Magora tournament, it was allowed to just be spammed, and it still came down to like Sony won at like 1 to 2% HP, and everything was allowed.
But that's a Makgara. This is a best of 9.
That was my suggestion. Like, if we want something,
what side do you mean?
if we want something really, really close, I think the Makara is gonna be really close. That's why I suggested it, because when you watch that footage back, it's such a close duel with everything, with no rules, everything allowed toe to toe. It's just gonna be close.
Okay,
But
when they're playing, yes.
yeah,
What would make more sense is to not allow world buffs.
Yeah, I was thinking that in my head too. Well, if the world buffs are so OP, then just let me spam poison and we'll take the world buffs off.
I think
May I
that's
have a
much
saying
better.
real quick? May I have a saying real quick?
Go ahead, Yamato.
I want to say, I do not care whatever happens. I set all goes, so all goes. But if you guys say, and all the professionals say, clearly I'm not a professional, so I can't say that, that they want to like limit it, I'm fine. But if they don't, if you're not gonna limit it, and he's free to use it, I'm fine as well. Just saying.
Okay.
Legit just saying.
I mean, end goal here. Just I'm being as unbiased as I can. I don't give a fuck. I want the most entertaining. Makgara could be great, but Makgara could also be, oh, we're hyping up one duel. Oh, he got an overpower proc. Oh, it stunned him. Oh, it dead. All right. That's it. We're done. There's nothing left.
New proposition. Best of 1, everything allowed. We call it a Makara, but it's a normal duel. Loser goes in the arena. You get your cake and eat it too.
It doesn't last long enough, right? It's not a spectacle enough.
But you still get to
yeah,
draw
guys,
the arena as long as you want. And then you get the
Can I
best of
say
1 with no
something?
rules.
Go ahead,
Can I say something
Yamato.
about the arena? I've heard some rumors that there's some alliance raids forming, and they will all jump in at once and sap. So
Yeah.
I don't think I have any chance of living this, except with a Patriarch, for example. But I mean, it would still be funny, right? It would still be funny. I could still see this. This would be funny.
We could allow one Petri in the arena. We could the arena can be debated once we get to that. One duel. I mean, I really like the best of 9.
Okay, yeah.
Just to elongate
from a viewer perspective, it makes sense. Yeah, you get more. You get
Like,
an hour or 2 or 3 of good duels versus just 1.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
We're gonna have commentators in between. We can do interviews. Like, yeah, sure. There is a balancing perspective, and then there's a content perspective, and we have to find the perfect line here.
Makes sense.
But I think we stick with the best of 9.
What if you do best of 9? Wait,
Oh,
I have a
Ziqo,
question.
go ahead.
What if we do best of 9?
Fine.
And the loser gets sent to the arena, unless it's 4-4 and the last one is a Magora.
If it ends up 4-4, we Makgara it. Problem with that is, do we wait for all the CDs?
Exactly.
I mean, it's not that long. What, 10 minutes? You're gonna wait 10 minutes?
30 for warriors, maybe?
We could wait 10 minutes, and then all rules go out the window. Mat-Gara, anything goes. If it ends
I think
up 4-4,
Arena is
I'm
actually
okay with that.
actually death sentence. It actually is for sure.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I just really fucking want to see. I want to see the arena happen because this might be the most high-level deaths to ever happen in hardcore WoW in the span of 10 minutes.
I agree. Yeah, the arena is going to be great content.
The potential of that is great.
The problem is that we can't counterplay because the other guilds don't have our restrictions and they can do their petries and everything. So it's not like we can counter jump with sappers and also kill a bunch of other guild members.
No, I just don't fucking go in. Like Yamato or Sardaco might just fucking die and all 40 people jump in, but then the other 40, another 40 goes, like a bloodbath can happen. I want that potential to happen. Yes, Sardaco and Yamato might guarantee die. Yes. But outside of that, it's going to be great.
I think this sounds really good in theory, but in reality, it's just going to be a lag fest in the arena.
It might be. However, they don't know which arena we're using, and they don't know what layer we're going to be on, and we're not sure how we're going to make it happen. So we might go there really quickly, like summon happens, Sardaco, go in, timer starts now. At this point...
Wait, what do you mean, which arena?
There's Dire Maw Arena, there's the STV Arena, and if I'm feeling psychopathic enough, there's the Tenaris Arena.
Can we even... The Tenaris Arena? What is that, the one in the middle of the city?
All of this is to split people around. If they want to prep Warlock summons at all of them, they can. They also won't know what layer that we're on, so they'll have to get their entire raid moved over. They only have 10 minutes. This will slim it down. Now, will it be a lag fest? It fucking might be. And that sucks. But this is our opportunity to try and make it happen. And yeah, we'll try and dodge. We'll try and, make it not as laggy based on timings, etc. But there are ways to shave that possibility down a little bit. Especially if we don't have much level ones.
There will be so many people that attend this event. The layer will become locked, and it will turn into Stranglethorn Vale in Sod.
Yeah,
where
it might.
You just can't even move or press any buttons. That
might happen. Do we want to go for that though? The potential of what it could be is what I want to go for, or just another Mat-Gara. I'm at a point where I find Mat-Gara is like boring in comparison to the potential of what this could be.
Fuck it, let's go arena. Fuck it, it's already set.
Like the arena should happen. I think we try and make it happen.
am like one for like not changing anything after you've agreed upon things.
Yeah, true.
I
talked big, so I'm gonna...
All right, so back to where we were.
If it happens.
Best of 9.
What are we talking about here in terms of poison? I heard we're nerfing the rules. Like what?
Hold on, Ziqo. I'm about to loop back. So we're in agreement. Best of 9. Loser goes into the arena. We're going back there. So back to the other discussion. We've banned Alarmobot. All right. Yamato must open within 30 seconds of stealthing. It can be sap. It can be whatever. As long as the stealth ends, the timer resets.
Clarification.
Yes.
When you sap, do you need to leave stealth?
I think sapping should... No, I don't think you do. I think
Yeah,
if
so
you
just
use
sap
the ability-
resets the timer. He can just sit forever then.
Well, I would love to have that clarification on it. Like,
Okay, well, I need a... Okay, what do y'all recommend then?
No,
Because I'm not-
It needs to be an actual opener. Sap should not reset.
Sap doesn't break.
Sap and Cheap Shot don't break. It has to be an auto attack.
That's not...
Oh, cheap shot breaks stealth. No, cheap shot breaks.
Cheap shot breaks it.
Even if you do the Cheap Shot thing,
Guys, this is hilarious to me, man. You have a bunch of like top rank 1 players in here. We're trying to figure out like the most fair rule set, and all of us are just like still just like can't come to a conclusion. I think at this point we just like remove most rules and just send it as it is, and it's just a fun viewer experience no matter what. Like, I don't know.
Us to leave stealth. You can only be in stealth for 30 seconds.
Yes.
Those have happened. Flask of the Titans, you're not allowed to spam it. You may have the buff, but you cannot use it for healing. So basically, you just have the buff. And Petri is banned, obviously. Ani is banned, obviously, because those are guild rules. And now we're on the discussion of Poison of Elixir cleansing. Ziqo, we're debating whether we allow it, limit it, or whatever. Because a lot of people have said that it's a very one-sided duel. It won't be very fun. Sony has said this. Purpose said this. Mir has said this. Pshero, I don't know your opinion on this yet. Most people have said this. So we're debating whether we change it. But the problem is Sardaco is the one not being punished, and we're basically changing the rules. But Sardaco just said content first, which I respect and I appreciate. So our goal, let's balance it out. Let's make it the most fun.
I mean, I am kind of a contrarian. I'd say it's really not such a big deal unless he macros it. If it's a separate keybind, it's almost on a global at that point. But if it's macro to every ability, then he will actually just run him down. It will be very one-sided. Because we also, I mean, let's be honest here. We were talking about Sardaco and the Yamato. So
these are not Bob.
They're not gonna be maxed out gamers at this point.
No, they're gonna practice, but they've only got like a week.
Pshero 1v1?
You died it.
But what if I win though? What will you do?
That would actually go against your favor here, Yamato, because now they would say you can.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Elixir.
I'm joking.
So Ziqo, what are your thoughts? What do you think?
I think that the argument for banning, I think the argument for banning Alarmobot is solid because stealth is also under a rule, and the counterplay is just AFK and stealth.
Okay.
I think that makes sense, but I think banning Poison Elixir, from a content perspective, it will probably make it a closer duel. But after we've already said that, anything goes, I feel like there
are plenty of things we said that we've changed. We might as well change it further to make it better. This is about content in the end. It's not about fair, right? And we got to consider.
Yes and no. If it's also about punishing Yamato, then he should be allowed to just get run down.
I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, why is it only Yamato? Didn't you both?
Sardaco, you're right. Sardaco did the ninjing, but this is a punishment dealt out by Tyler to Yamato, and Sardaco volunteered. Sardaco was did not have to be in this. He volunteered to be in. So no, this is a Yamato.
I gave him the choice.
I knew if somebody else went into the arena with Yamato that knows how to play, that he probably wouldn't have a chance. So I wanted to give content, so I volunteered myself.
I was literally there.
Yeah.
You were right. This is a Yamato punishment, but at the same time, I don't give a fuck about any of these punishments. The end of the day, it's supposed to be fucking entertaining. Every punishment is just supposed the flight captures. It's funny when people rage. It's fucking funny. That's what this is. I'm not out here actually spanking you. So we're looking for a fun fucking duel. All right. And yeah, I agree, Ziqo. More changing shit, it's cringe. I don't want to do this. But I'm being told it's extremely one-sided. I don't like that. I would like it if it was 70-30, I wouldn't change anything. I'm told it's 90-10 in favor of Sardaco. That's too much. I'd like that shaved down if possible.
That's a fair point.
Easily. This is already
that's fair.
That's where I'm at.
Super fair.
What if we have a mock duel right now and actually see roughly how the matchup goes?
Well, they won't have any world buffs or anything.
Exactly.
I don't think he's going.
What if we ban the world
You can't even practice for this duel, you guys. It's literally like a Makara best of one. You almost can't even practice for it because you need every single item.
That's more in favor of you, Sardaco, because you're going to be just spamming Poison Elixir. You don't have to practice spam cleansing. Yamato is the one who's going to be like, fuck, what? Is the ego going to fuck you again, Yamato? Because we're here because of
Right now, if he uses the pots, even now, right now I'd win.
Okay, let's go. Do you have the pods?
No, I'm saying right now. If you duel right now.
Yeah,
counterpoint.
that's what I'm saying.
This would be an all CD duel, right? If we did this right now, if we did a practice duel right now, it would be with all CDs. I think the reason why it's one-sided, or at least way more one-sided in Sardaco's favor, is because of the fact that it's multiple duels and rogues are ass without CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you also don't need all CDs to beat
Yamato can spank him in duel number 1 right now. But duel number 2,
and that's my point, Sardaco, because he's already fucked in a best of 9, so the elixir just fucks him even more. See how one-sided it kind of is? It is almost unfun one-sided. That's my problem. So
that's the whole point. That's why limiting the use of poison cleanse would be really good.
So,
yo, chat. What if it was everything goes like a Makara best of 3, so you could still kind of drag it out, or even a best of 5. You could still drag it out, and you waited for cooldowns 10 minutes after each duel, and then loser goes into the arena. What? So the people saying no, why? What's the downside? That seems like perfect. Then anything goes, so it's fair. It should be close. You wait 10 minutes between each duel, so you get your content. It's dragged out. And it's a best of 3, so it's not dragged out too long. What's the downside? Warrior cooldown's 30. You'd wait 10. You wouldn't wait for 30 minutes, but yeah, 10 minutes between each duel. Bad viewer experience. Just too like, you think 10 minutes is too much downtime? That's the big downside.
Who's getting fucked?
The warrior.
So the warrior needs more.
I will never get an overpower off on Bobka ever if I don't have poison cleanse. Like he will 5 to 8 me the entire time.
I like what he just said. He said RNG is going to decide the outcome. 1 to 5. I like what he said. I'm down for it.
I think that's good content. Okay.
It's good. I like that too.
Do we want to make the talent point change then? Yes.
No, because with Wild Poisons, he can press it 3 times and still not dispel it.
Mere statement?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That I would like the poison thing gone though. If I'm limited on poisons, I would like them to not resist as much. If I have 1 poison to use, it would be nice if they didn't resist.
I don't see the point of rolling 1 to 5. I just give him 2 or 3, like decide a number, and that's the amount of cleanses that he's able to use per duel. And then remove Wild Poisons. I think that's the most fair you could do.
I think the 1 to 5 rolling will, in between each duel, give Yamato time for his CDs. It gives some form of fun content in between, which is good.
I think he means now, like he rolls now and then it's decided.
No. This is all saved for the tournament.
Okay.
No, he rolls 1 to 5. He gets a certain amount each duel. In between each duel, he gets to roll, give something the commentators can talk about.
What if he does 2 to 5? So it's at least 2.
Okay, 1. Yeah, 1 would be 2 then.
No, just slash roll 5.
You can only roll 5.
Funny.
You want to do roll 5?
You can. Well, you can only roll 5. Can you roll 2 to 5?
I just rolled a 1. You can do not do 2 to 5.
Okay, that's why I suggested roll 5 because I didn't think you could roll 2 to 5.
All right, let's do slash roll 5, and you know what, Sardaco,
you can roll 2 to 5.
You can roll 2 to 5. Yeah, you can.
I don't want to. I really don't. Oh, how do you do it?
Slash roll 2 to 5. 2-5.
I'm fucking brain dead.
You roll it now, Soda. Whatever it lands on, that's how many I get to use per duel.
No, you're rolling every single duel. It's gonna be different.
Okay. I think if you want to do the rolling part that Mir hates, you have to do it between every duel.
I think roll between.
Otherwise, might as well just agree on a number. Let's say, I mean, Mir says 2 or 3 from Rogue point of view, but honestly, it's not enough, dude. It's not enough. With 2 cleansing, it's not enough. He's still in a wheelchair.
I mean, it's bad. It's bad already with him. It's real bad.
Again, though, that's the whole thing, right? The duel will be much longer because of the buffs. So it's bad right now, but it's not going to be as bad with the buffs.
I mean, three world buff difference.
That benefit the warrior much more than the rogue.
Including fortitude, mark of the wild, everything like that. Isn't that allowed?
Kings, all buffs.
Yeah, it's
not just world buffs.
HP.
Kings, fucking dire ball.
I trust you guys. So I mean,
your health is gonna be disgusting.
I'll do the roll. I think it's fine. We'll do it. Do you want to do it before every single match then?
Yes, before every match, you're gonna roll 2 to 5, and you're going to only be allowed to use that many per duel.
Let's do it.
Or if we could get real stupid, if we don't change the talents, roll 2 through 10, or is that too much?
Oh, it's way too much.
10 is a lot.
Too much?
Like, I'm not gonna lie, during last year's Makura tournament, I only brought 20 of them for the entire thing. But I didn't also go like 9 rounds against the rogue.
You're also a mage. Like, we need Sony. How many did Sony use in a rogue duel? Because you kind of just spam it.
Yeah. I just watched it. I think he used like at least 6, maybe 5. He was drinking them, but yeah, not more than that.
He might not have many because we also had limited bag space, so he had to prioritize how many he brings.
Yeah. All right, fuck it. So we're not gonna oh, never mind. I thought Sony messaged me. Okay, we're not gonna limit the talents. Talents we're not gonna touch. That's just fucking do whatever talents. I don't want to get into that. That's just too annoying to deal with.
It also fucks the resto pot. If you
if you have our poisons, resto pot, like blind is a poison, so
Yeah,
he can blind
resist.
with Restopop active and have the full blind.
No, I
also, if he has a poison on him when he gets blinded,
Yeah, also
like
that.
more chance.
Sardaco, you're gonna roll 2 to 5. You're gonna be able to get 2 through 5 per duel. That's it. And we're not changing
And Vile
the talent.
Poisons is allowed?
Yeah, Vile Poisons are allowed. I don't want to touch that.
Oh, Sardaco, you're in a bad spot, man.
I don't think Sardaco's in a bad spot. I still don't think
he
so.
is.
Why?
Yeah, because I could get 2 and they just don't even do anything. So it's basically like having none.
Well, at
And
that point,
uncertain tool if it's RNG, you know.
well, that's when you maybe use
That's the way
your
it
big.
goes.
That's when you use your big 30-minute CDs and stuff, right?
Yeah, one duel. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, if you roll, hey, I know RNG duels very fucking well, Sardaco. There is RNG. All right, I fucking know. 2 to 5 at the beginning of the first.
Hey, Sophie, thanks for the prime. Yo, chat, real quick. What do you guys think should be the rule? Like, what do you guys think? How many should be allowed? All of them? None of them? Certain number of them? What do you guys think?
Get on the duel and we'll move on from there. And we're going to see how this plays out.
And Vile Poisons is allowed, so you just pray.
Vile Poisons is allowed. You could get RNG fucked once again. This is classic. Well, you got to play it where it lands. So I think is any counter arguments to this?
No, I think it works.
Yeah.
If
I mean, he still has world
if I'm
buff,
down
so
4
he
to
still
0
has-
and it hasn't even been close, can I spam them on the last duel?
What do you mean?
If I'm down 4
he
to 0,
wants to
if
pull
I'm just
them.
if I'm getting destroyed, like 4-0.
Can we change the? Like basically, can we change the rules if you're losing?
Like
too
if you guys
badly?
were all wrong and you thought that this was gonna make the duel even, and it just completely slams to Yamato's side, and you're saying you want content,
if
can
you
I
end
use
up
them on,
okay,
on 04?
fuck it. I won't remember this, but it can be clipped when we get there. If it ends up at 4-1 and you're losing 4-1 or 4-0, you may unleash as many poison cleansing elixirs as you want from then on.
Okay, that's a good clause. I just wanted to be close.
I don't mind that clause.
Hold on,
honestly.
I gotta go message my lawyers and get the fucking documents written out, the clauses and the fucking like. This is ridiculous. I hate that we have to do these rules. I see why we have to, but God, I fucking hate it.
I mean, there's a reason why CDO existed the way it does, right? You can go ahead and just do CDO rules and keep it really fucking simple, and then it's pretty balanced.
Well, CDL rules best of 9.
Simple.
Yeah.
Well, CDL rules is like completely unbuffed, right?
It's
also
completely
best of 3.
unbuffed. Warrior is not allowed. There's no Rocket Helm bullshit. There's no buff.
DDL rules
there's
under
no
Warrior, no
consumable
way, bro.
bullshit.
Warriors were allowed Rocket Helm.
Yeah, they were allowed Rocket Helm. Were they actually? They were allowed
Yeah, they
against
were.
mages.
Warriors were allowed because
Only
they were
against
just
mage.
fucked.
No,
I think
guess
everyone.
As Yamato's coach, with CDL rules, Yamato's gonna win 5-0.
Yeah, he's gonna 10-0 him, especially being undead too.
I might have to disagree. I did lose to in CDL to a Warrior.
Yeah, but that's you.
But
Talking
you're
about
just
Yamato.
bad, maybe Pshero. Maybe you're just bad, I don't know.
I'm not. I finished highest on EU. Shut the fuck up, Yamato. I'm trying to help you.
Pshero is actually so fucking deep in your corner right now.
He's not.
Right now, Yamato.
I am.
He's literally not.
He's actually so
I
deep
am.
in your corner.
No,
It's-
Soda agreed to one rule, and then you said it's insane favored for me, so Soda changed the rule.
I didn't.
Which
what?
rule was that?
You said that 2 pots are not enough for him.
You said you wanted to be close. 2 is not enough. I didn't say 10. I said like 2-5 maybe.
Guys, fuck it. I'm gonna say it now. Let him get his 2-5. If it's gonna be 4-0 stomp, he's allowed to use as many as he wants. Deal?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Fuck it, I don't care. Give it to him. I don't care. Let's get it done.
All right. So I'll draft up this contract. I'll be coming for y'all's signature. It'll require a blood fingerprint, and we'll lock it in. And then, yeah, the loser of the best of 9, whatever. Now, none of this is cemented, by the way. Tyler has to approve of it, and he might tell us to kill ourselves. And all of this goes in the
In-game.
trash.
In-game.
You can
So
get
we'll
it
have to
in
see how it
Minecraft.
plays out. So we'll see. But I'll bring all of this to Tyler. I'll say we all got to call and discussed it, but he might. Is he live? Oh,
He's
great.
running his 1 millionth Ubers, as per usual.
Is he fucking in there right now?
Wait, I need to scroll the way down. Oh, he just
He's
went
in
live.
UBRS.
Yo, chat. I mean, Yamato and Sardaco both agreed the slash roll 2 to 5 is fine. 5 in one duel is pretty good. I mean, that's a lot of them, but I mean, that's a high roll, I suppose. I don't hate it. I think it's a little needlessly complicated. I don't hate it in terms of the actual practicality that it's going to bring. It's just kind of needlessly complicated is my only thing with it, which is, it's not like a huge problem, but it's just kind of annoying.
Dragon?
Yeah, he could, yeah.
He's not happy. He sighed very heavily, so prepare.
I mean, that's just regular Tyler behavior, no?
He just wants his fucking chest. That's all he wants.
I know.
Oh,
what's up?
There he is.
Hey, Tyler, so do you want a TLDR or do you want to say fuck it and just go with what we've decided?
Well, here's my thoughts on it, because all you've been hearing blabbering about in my chat is fucking rules. So before even knowing any information, let me say my piece. This whole thing was anything goes. Everybody knew it was anything goes. We made sure that we were like, are you sure you want anything goes? Are you sure? Both parties, yes. Are we like, are you really sure? Sure. Both parties, yes. Both parties, yes. Blah, 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 blah. Now, as the week goes on, we're randomly adding rules that we said we want to add. I don't care if it's fair or not. This is what we first said. So, with that being said, what the fuck's going on?
Tyler, may I have a speech?
Actually pretty based. Yeah.
I don't think I necessarily like have any saying in the rules. I just said, fuck it, I wanna duel him to the death. That's all I said. Then I went offline, and then you guys decided the rules without me, and I think with Sardaco.
All right.
There were no rules at the start. It was just Invis can't be permanent because it's boring as shit. It's like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but I wasn't in the call at all, like when the rules were discussed.
Listen, I'm totally down. As long as the rule of like you must open within 30. That's the one thing that has to, because we're just gonna sit in stealth for 10 minutes I'm gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
But we can just send it there. Now let me give you the rundown on how we got to where we are. So number one, yes, Yamato has to open within 30 seconds. He has to leave stealth. He cannot be in stealth for more than 30 seconds. It's just boring, and we're all gonna fall asleep. Then we banned Alarmobot because now Yamato will never be able to stealth. It's a little too one-sided. It just basically alerts and removes stealth always. Then we banned Petri, well, because it's guild banned. But then we banned Flask of the Titans because you can infinitely heal. It's going to turn into Hoof.
We limited it to 1.
You can only have it as a buff. You can't use it for healing, basically. It's dumb and gimmicky, so it's like, okay, you can only have it as a buff. You can't use Flask of the Titans to permanently heal yourself. It's so dumb. It's not how it's supposed to be. Then we got to a point where Poison of Elixir Resistance. So Rogue's entire concept is to basically slow the warrior and re-stealth, and slow the warrior and re-stealth, and the warrior can't do anything. If we allow Poison Cleansing unlimited, Sardaco will 5-0 Yamato potentially. Maybe not 5-0, but it's a 4-1 situation. Or 5-1. Almost guaranteed. And that's fine. Fuck it. Send it. I'm all for it. So we came up with a plan to even it out, but you're right, Tyler. It's more rules. So we have a plan. The plan would be before each duel, Sardaco will roll 2 through 5, and whatever he rolls is how many elixir cleansings he can use in the duel. If you say fuck it, we'll just let him use as many as he wants. Anything goes. Your call, Tyler.
Okay, so I feel like if we're doing this, so a lot of these rules, except for the stealth, are against Sardaco to make sure he can't cringe, right? Like cringe or cheat, whatever, or use whatever.
These are all in Yamato's favor mainly.
They're in Yamato's
that's what
favor.
I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yep. So I feel like Sardaco shoes, this is absolute bullshit. This is not what he signed up for. So I mean, if he agrees to this, then it's fine. But if he doesn't, or he wants things differently or whatever, I don't mind him backing out. Like, this is bullshit. Am I wrong? Like, I swear to God, we said anything.
You are. That's exactly what I said, chat. Like, we need to get Sardaco in the call is the first thing I said, because it's really up to Sardaco here, because it's kind of screwing over Sardaco more than anyone else.
Can say, no, that's dumb. I don't want to do that. He can. He's been pretty respective on, like, good content, and he has given one... He wants some talents changed on Yamato's end if we limit Elixir Poison Resist.
Do we think, this is a question for the experts here, do we think that a duel where anything goes and all CDs are allowed is a really close duel?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
If we want to limit it to one duel, we can. We talked about that.
No.
If they're both really good and know how the matchup works, it would be really close, yes.
What if we had some undercard duels and we did a best of 5 and we wait for all CDs, then we do some undercard duels in between, and then we do a full best of 5. That's 2.5 hours.
What is all CDs? Is Recklessness all CD?
Yeah.
So all 30 minutes.
That'd be 2.5 hours
that's
of
gonna be
That's 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's 2.5 hours of milking, and then we just have undercard duels in between.
That was my idea, chat. That's exactly what I said.
Okay, guys, it's Thursday, by the way. Guys, we know this, right? This isn't Monday. They don't have 7 days. We're changing, or trying to come up with new things to do, like 3 days before it happens.
Yeah, you banned the lava bot after I crafted
with him.
And now I have 2 days of farming poison elixirs. Like, I was in that fucking spider cave for 4 hours farming the poison sacks because I thought that they were going to be legal. And I did it on
how many you have,
Sardaco, how many you have? I mean, he's right.
How many you have?
I have 100.
You have 100?
Yes.
Bro, like that's not an argument. I've been farming 10 hours yesterday in my engineering. That's the same argument.
No,
yeah, but you can actually use your
engineering.
You're not banning it.
Yours is a ban.
Yeah, but it's like the same argument. Like,
no, it's not.
It's not.
No, it's not. You're farming for engineering, which is not being changed at all. He's farming for something that is being changed.
Everything you guys have banned so far, I've been preparing for it and farming it so far.
You're right.
Sardaco, listen, at the end of the day, like Tyler said, you can just say, no, that's fucking bullshit, and we can still go your way. It just depends on how close you want this duo to be, or you want it to just be a Yamato punishment.
And I will say, everyone here, Tyler, is talking about how these duels go when everyone's good and how they think it will go based on what they see skill level wise. We don't know how it's going to go. We can only predict, like predicting the weather. So,
based on previous duels of people who play the game.
And also watching them play and trying to, like, you know, when you have, because we can't practice. They don't have all their buffs. They don't have everything. But on paper, we can tell you how it's probably going to go. So, Tyler, up to you. Do you want any of these rules, or do you want to revert back to where we were? I mean, just no alarm bot, no stealth.
Okay, so Sardaco, what 100% needs to say. If he's okay with rolling his flask usages, so he thinks it'll be better content.
Yeah, he means poison usages.
Yeah, the poison usage, whatever it is. I don't know what, but I'm fine with it. But bro, if he doesn't want to do it, like, we can't just keep like this. We can try and come up with another solution.
No, that's
Mr. Famous, thanks for the prime.
So, what do you think? How many should you be using in a duel? Should there be a limit?
Okay, completely honest here. I don't want to do that. I just feel bullied into doing it by everybody here that's saying that it's not going to be one-sided. But I don't have that point of view because I'm getting completely rolled right now, and the duels even spamming the elixirs. So I'm not okay. I don't know, and like I said, nobody. I haven't gotten a full practice with world buffs and stuff yet. I don't know how it's going to be. So I'm relying on you guys to tell me, but even then, I don't know how it's going to go. So I don't want to do this, but I'm just being talked into it.
Okay, there it is, guys.
Sardaco, how about you just don't keybind it into every ability? You have to have its own keybind, so at least it's not super stacked like auto.
That's my suggestion as well.
I like that. I don't mind it because then it's like, if you're not winning your practice duels anyway, you have its own keybind at least. You have to think about when to use it. That seems fine.
All right, so Poison of Elixir Resistance is not banned, but you may not macro it into everything.
Is that okay, or are you still bullied?
That's fine with me. That is totally fine. I've been practicing like that anyways. I haven't macroed it in because I haven't been able to farm enough. I would use way too many of them, and I would have to farm so many of them. So I've been manually using them anyway, and that's fine. I would use less of them.
All right, so then it's decided. At that point, Poison of Elixir Resistance is not banned. Yamato, you're going to have to practice and try to play around it. There are ways you can win. If Bobka was in your shoes, or PS Hero, or Mir, they would stomp Sardaco with these rules. You're the underdog here at this point. And I think we run it there. The only rules in this tourney are no Alarmo bot, and you must open within 30 seconds of stealth, correct? And no Petri and no Flask of the Titans for healing.
Yeah, no bullshit spam.
Okay.
What saying do I have now? Like, just make it happen.
Everything else goes. Yes, you can get alliance buffs. You can get whatever. You can have world buffs. You can't have Ani. We still have our guild rules. Everything else goes, guys. And if it's going to be a stomp from here, it's going to be a stomp. That's it.
Okay.
Right? Everyone agrees?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm good
Alright.
with it.
I
Sounds good to
agree.
me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
Yamato's
luck,
gonna be
guys.
Alright, guys,
hard, but
anything
it's,
else, let me
it's
know.
doable.
Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, no
Thank you,
problem.
guys.
Anything else, let me know. Peace.
All right, good luck.
Unironically, Tyler is actually a good guild leader. What the heck? That was not on my bingo card. He comes in here with the voice of reason. We're all yapping about a bunch of nothing, and Tyler lays down the law. What the heck is going on? Like, I actually can't believe it. Unironically, good guild leader. What the heck?